Yo, it's Jesse with Bowman Land Clearing. So we got this job, kind of familiar. We did a job for my buddy Kyle over there for his new house. We're cleaning this 35 acres that's right here. We're cleaning the back side of the property over here. I got me a few drinks. I got me some caffeine. I drove up in Georgia. I got something to stay hydrated because it's hot today already. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. But we're going on the back side of this property over here. There's a property line, you can kind of see the trees, so we're going on the back side to kind of mulch the back side up, kind of clean it up, make it look good. So working 10 hours a day, and then I had a funeral to go to on my wife's side. When I got off work, working 10, and then been gone. And then once I got back, I had to load the trailer up and in the machine, so I didn't have time to sharpen the knives. But we're in Georgia, so there's nothing but rocks, so they'll be all right. We'll order some new ones. But anyway, we're gonna have to drive all the way up here on the back side and go through a gate. So I will show you when we get over there. So we had to drive for like miles. So the customer is wanting me to clean up all this right in here. He said he wanted 2 days because it's so spread out as well. So we're just going in and mulching everything. I got my gatoli because we in Georgia. There's a lot of copperheads here. So what I'm doing is cleaning up like around the pond and stuff like that, whatever I can get to safely. But also his tractor is real small, so it can't take down like all that stuff, little brush, saplings, stuff like that. Kind of trimming up the little trees, cleaning around the trees. There's a bunch of fell over trees from storms and stuff like that. Just want us to mulch it up, clean it up. But we're gonna have to spot some of these, like you got a pile here, and then you got some like right in here, a bunch of saplings. We're gonna have to spot them, and then he can come in with his bush hog and knock them down. So but yeah, I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna do first. We may start up at the top and work our way down this way. That way we'll be a lot better. I like to push this all the way up and then come back after lunch, kind of just come in, just push everything back. Starting a little spots around some trees, and I realized that I hear something smacking, I don't know, if it's some kind of piece of metal or something. Then I forgot to tighten up or something since the last job. That's what sucks about working, because I thought everything was ready to go. So I'm gonna have to work a little bit. I don't think I've got a few tools in here, but once I get to a stopping point, I'm just going to go in and see what we got to do. Tighten the bolt, loosen the bolt, trying to come on this backside. Bunch of, I don't know if it's roots or rocks. We got a bunch of rocks right here. I felt it pop over, so I went slow. And wally. Luckily, I backed up real slowly and watched the track. So I just got just a little bit more before I can pop it back on there. But this is what's loose. It keeps smacking, so I've got 2 bolts missing. So I may take this whole piece off, and that way I can get all the dirt out. That way it don't pack underneath it. Wish I had an air blower. Other than that, now I see why it's kind of patchy, because there's a bunch of rocks. So I was coming on this backside to mulch this up and get all the brush, and yeah. So I think once I get the track back on, I'm gonna come up on this upside, try to mulch that up, or just get what I can and then come on the backside on the other side. But yep, let's see, I don't even know what time it is. It's probably an hour later. I've gotten all that around there, but it's it's just one of those jobs. Probably it's gonna be patchy, just to kind of thin some areas out to kind of open it up. But I'm gonna start right in here and then get this lower side, and then I'm gonna go on this little, it's a small patch right there, and then we're going on the back side of the property where it's more like there's more thickness and more open, and more spots to mulch, so it'll look good. So we'll get this back on, hopefully. Go ahead and clean the windshield while I'm at it. Anyway, let's try it out. Okay, well, we got it back in there. I turned and it popped completely off, and then I turned it back and just done a hard 360, and it, as I'm turning and twisting, popped it back on. So I got scared for a minute. But anyway, this is the spot I'm gonna check out real quick, make sure ain't no chunks of garbage in there. It's nerve-wracking. See, there's rocks everywhere. These, like these right here, stumps, rocks, rock. But we're gonna come in lightly and just kind of clean the underbrush. I would do the trees, but we're trying to push for more open area than to clearing out trees. See, there's rock. But yeah, we'll just push this little section right here. We'll start going back towards that over there. It's kind of clean some of the islands of like thick brush around the trees, and then that's about the best I want to try to push towards. For instead of trying to mulch all this up, just the grass and stuff, let's just get the thicker stuff is what he's wanting. We got some rocks to mulch right here, and this is where a bunch of rocks is at right here. I can see it. I just ate a big one in the ground, so now I see why it's kind of cleaned up. But I don't think the customer now, which is his son, is seeing the back side, so that's why it's cleaned off like it is, or it's patchy islands of brushes, or can't even think, blackberry. But I always find these guys. This sucker's heavy. He's a big one. He crawled down down in the hole, so I'm gonna go put him somewhere. Let's go down here. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we've got done. You don't feel like you can get much done when you're sprawled out like this, so my plan is to patch. We're all like be a little patchy on all the stuff. Come in and mulch all this, and this grass was squared up. I'm just trying to square it up where it ain't all over the place. Thought I seen another one over here somewhere. Maybe wrong, but yeah, so we're just gonna kind of mulch all the thick stuff and then kind of square up the grass stuff where it's not saplings, to make it easier on the customer when he bush hogs. So let's get back to it and clean it up and get to it. Super dusty. I mean, I was gonna do some tripod, but it ain't gonna do no good when it's nothing but dust. So the whole point of me coming out and mulching is these sticks all over the place. Just want me to mulch it up, clean it up. Now you can actually see the neighbors pretty good. So what we're gonna do, we got another I think it's 2 hours left. So my main focus is to, let me see, we're gonna mulch this little patch up right here, and then I've got this mulched on the back side. It goes up that way too for the fence line. Yeah, we're gonna mulch all this underbrush, or actual brush, this underbrush over here, and then the rest of this grass. But I've got to chew up that stuff like that a little better. And then once I get all this, I think there's a pond down there. I've got to go down there and clean up as well. And then tomorrow we'll probably spend the rest of the time mulching that lower side, and then go on the other side of the pond and mulch that other half. So I think in 2 hours we'll have all this mulched, this right here, and then probably this, just kind of push it back, but push that further side. That way we can keep on task. So don't look like much, but we got all that over there mulched. So should be good. Had to let the machine cool down, start to get hot. Our camera started working out of nowhere. So that's our camera. It's in our engine bay. But super dusty today. But anyway, we don't have much further to push, I think, on the property lines. But we'll definitely be getting all this up here mulched, all that cleaned up. So not too bad. It's pretty thick and it's very bumpy, so, and it's very dusty. If it wasn't dusty, then it would be a lot easier to push a lot more as well, and faster wise. Anywho, let's get to it. got out to clean the windshield, I got to looking at this, and it's already cracked, which I think it was already cracked before. I think I hit it pretty good earlier, so I think it'll be this tooth. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Hitting right in line. Wow. So what I did is I took a bolt out of that one right here, because it's got all of them. These two are missing. If you get to looking at it, it's starting to wear pretty good. See, right here is really bad. Ow, crap, that hurt. It's got burrs on it. I don't even think, yeah. Yeah, this one's, the head's broke off of it. This one, ain't nothing left of this head on the bolt of it. This is supposed to be like a hex head bolt. Ain't nothing left of it. That's insane. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. Let's see. There's a sweet spot to it earlier. But the customer come up, so I still got another hour. That's probably going to be the best for it. That way it'll singe it down, so if that one comes out, at least I'll have one on the end. So may have to take one of these centers out. Definitely going to have to get these lower pieces. But anyway, I'm going to show you what we got done. I started mulching this. I was fixing to get out to clean the windshield, or yeah, clean the front glass, but I started hearing that smack. I was like, ah, it's better clean the windshield, because it's super dusty, and also that is right there is on its last leg. So before I end up slinging it, I think this is what holds the bottom of the liner. Not sure, but let's go ahead and get that singed down, and we'll hammer down. So time to go, and we'll be back tomorrow. got this pretty much mulched up. I mean, the customer is super happy. He said just keep on pushing, so it's going to be more than 2 days than what he's like. He just told me I want to do 2 days. That's what I got enough for. But he's pretty happy. He's like, well, we'll get you out here another time. That's what sucks about working full time. But we'll have some stuff rolling in.